Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for all the support. In this video we'll be going over some possible misconceptions and new features that have been added to the software since we last spoke of it. So Amazon tracking and price changes have been added along with all these other suppliers that are already here. So the first thing you want to do if you don't have an account is go ahead and try the software for free. But if you already have an account, after you register and go through the trial, select your plan and all of that, after your trial is active, you should be put to a page like this. And here is your current managed products, and you'll see the difference from before. We added a column which says, is it listed? And a check mark, and then is it being price tracked? So some items that are recently listed, like this current item, they don't price track immediately, so it may take the server 1 hour to start price tracking again, and then they should be price tracked about every 1 hour. And then here's the other thing, we added some links. So if I click on this image right here, it shows me the supplier that for it to work. However, you need to add an item tag. So currently the supplier link is empty, right? So for this to work, the supplier link needs to be, there needs to be something in there. So for this item right here, there is a supplier link, but if we go back to the products page, you can visit the supplier by clicking on the image, and then you can visit the title by clicking on the corresponding link right here on the title, and that will be the corresponding item for your supplier, right? So this is where you got it from eBay, and this is your supplier for that item. And it shows that it's listed, and it's also price tracking, so you'll know every single time if an item goes out of stock or comes back in stock. Next, we've updated the editing of items. So currently it says the item is listed, yes, but you can easily change this value to no, and you'll realize when you say that the value is no. So let's do an item like this one. So if I change the value to no, you'll see that it's no longer listed, and it appears in our lister. Alright, and if I change this value to yes, you can see that in our lister it will disappear. Alright, so let's go to the updates in the sellers area. So let's say you have a seller name that you want to find how many of their products sold, right? So an easy way to do that is you just add the seller and you say like sample seller. And let's say you think the seller is selling from AliExpress, right? So this is just your personal tag. And then the last checked. So last checked is a date that you want to input for the last time that you researched this seller. So you can go ahead and make this like March 11th or something, and we'll see what happens. So what you'll realize is the table is arranged by last check of sellers. So the seller that you haven't checked in a very long time appears first, and the seller that you checked most recently on the 16th appears last. So that way the sellers that you want to test are always at the top of your list. And to access a seller's items, all you have to do is click on the seller, and there you go. Here's sample seller. So I had no clue that this was even a seller, but I guess they're selling used items. So you know, just for the heck of it, we can research their items. But this is sold February 6th, so it's showing 0 sales. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and search one of the sellers that we previously saved in another video. So yeah, so this is a seller that looks like they're from Home Depot. They've got 400 listings that sold. So what you can do is click on research and run the research, and some people have noticed that this research button tends to just freeze, and it's not really frozen. It's more of a safety protocol. So imagine if I just click the search button like 80 times, right? It would most likely crash your browser because it's doing so much research. So if you do decide to click this again, just click away and then click on the Fox again, and then it's enabled again, right? But in the meantime, you can wait for your items to load up, and it should take about 30 seconds to a minute, and we're working on making it faster every single day. Alright, so that is it for the updates of this video. Just one last thing, you can edit the seller also, and let's say sample seller was checked on March 11th, and let's say I want to update that. I could easily just click edit and I could change it manually myself, or I could go to the seller page and delete the seller and then resave it. And doing that right there automatically puts the sample seller to the bottom of the list, and it shows that March 16th was the last time that we checked the seller. Alright, well that is all for this video. Thanks so much for watching.